Alright.
Alright, we're back. Alright, we're back. Sorry for that sudden interruption near the end of that last video.
At least we were kind of pushing half an hour, but,
yeah.
Where were we?
Right, we were just going on, basically, like, you know, talking about, like, the whole, like, LP analysis community, basically, like, our concerns about it. I think we already made the point, basically, Tommy Over kind of lost it and just, he's moving on. And as for the current state of the analysis community, well, I think another problem basically with it isn't basically lots of people are leaving or they're not doing anything.
Well, that is a problem with it.
Well, that is a problem, but that's not the only problem. Or the fact that the nature of the internet is just basically very fickle. Basically, you have any sort of audiences, and sadly, the people who are the most loud tend to be the most, well, ruthless. Which is one of the unfortunate things about the internet that I utterly despise, and I wish didn't happen, but unfortunately, that's just the reality of life, whether I like that fact or not. And another thing that just came to mind while we were out, doing errands, was something that's pretty clear. Season 5 has been pretty terrible with basically, like, having new episodes just air. I mean, yeah, it took a while for for Season 5 to finally air after 11-month hiatus. Didn't help that basically there was, I think part of it was partially due to, well, the reinventing of the Hub Network into Discovery Family. And the fact that episodes are airing in the later part of the year. Normally they air around, like, the school time part of the year, where basically everyone's still in school for the most part. And ratings have been very on and off because of the way Discovery Family's been marketing it. Oh yeah, speaking of marketing, Discovery Family's been utterly terrible at marketing Friendship is Magic. The biggest show barely gets enough recognition as it is because for the longest time, we kept seeing promos for the Season 5 premiere over and over again.
Yeah, I think they're finally starting to put promos up for the episode 9 now, finally. and all they've been doing, like, for the past 8 episodes is just the premiere. It's like, yeah, we get it, the premiere is a thing.
It's been 2 months since the premiere. Okay, maybe around like I don't know, Castle Street, Castle Bloom and Glue, or heck, even Kings for Memories. Like, yeah, that's not a problem, I guess. But when we're at basically the 100th episode of the show, episode 9.
And that's when they finally decide, hey, let's stop advertising the premiere.
Not to mention it takes not to mention the hiatus. The in-season hiatus is getting ridiculous. I'm actually starting to get a little frustrated by, like, how long it's taking for an episode to finally air. I mean, I thought that was bad enough with Gravity Falls, but Friendship is Magic 2? I mean... Well, then again, Disney just kind of has a problem, basically, like, airing its, like, animated cartoons, especially, like, on Disney XD. But this is Friendship is Magic. It's pretty much... Well, then again, it's no longer the Hub Network, but it's, like, the biggest, like, show on the entire channel because there's not really much else to it other than just, well, general family entertainment-related things that isn't, well, Disney or Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. But why do we have to wait so long just to see a new episode?
Well, and granted, yeah, well, that is true, but, well, basically my stance on it is, like, we've already just been through it so much that I've pretty much gone numb to it. But, yeah, I mean, it still does suck.
And of course, another problem is basically, like, basically the lack of, like, LP episodes being, like, aired all the time, like new material to work off. Basically, what is the analysis community going to do? I mean, in the between seasons, it's expected because, well, they're working on the new episodes and they gotta make sure everything is all ready to go for when they're ready to go.
Yeah. But now it's just hiatus after hiatus after hiatus after hiatus. It's like, yeah, you could... You could argue that maybe they're building up hype, but at this point, it feels like the longer we wait, the more it kills the hype.
Yeah, especially with the 100th episode coming up, like, basically, like, that's gonna be really hypey, of all things. Because...
Oh yeah, I can level up, by the way.
Alright, what do you want to level up to?
Well, all we can level up with Patrick is health.
Alright, health it up.
Wrong button.
This. Yeah, I'm just getting frustrated, basically, with the lack of episodes. And of course, if you got fledgling channels trying to, get it, following that, basically, we have no material to work off. We can't talk about Gravity Falls because there's no new Gravity Falls episodes.
We can't talk about Friendship is Magic because there's no Friendship is Magic episodes.
Yeah, so basically,
really just...
well, yeah, kind of like how we kind of intended our channel, basically be like both like a review channel and a Let's Play channel, and whatever we can come up with. Well, but
and right now, all we can really do is this.
It's still. It's not like we're like forcing ourselves to just do something. Well, kind of. It's just.
I mean, this is something that we were planning on doing anyways, but it's like this is all we can do right now.
Yes, like anything worthwhile, and of course, well, then again, you also tried out that sort of PNV test. Like now that we actually got ourselves on actual editing software instead of just basically just
yay. Yeah, but right now I'm just trying to get that. No, that's bullcrap.
Hey, it's bullcrap.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get figured out all that stuff, like how it all works.
Well, heck, the worst thing for a content creator, basically a channel based off of reviewing things, basically. What use is your channel if you have nothing to review for? I mean, you can get tired from reviewing too much stuff and like, or like not doing anything new. But like, if you can't do squad, what's the use of your channel? I mean, I like doing this stuff. I want to have fun doing it, but it's no fun for me if I have nothing to work off of. I mean, what am I just gonna do? Review fan works? I mean, who the heck?
We could review Lullaby for a Princess, which I think was okay. Alright, there's our review.
I don't think I can review that because as good as that was, I don't think we're really at a place or a position to review something like Lullaby for a Princess. Yeah.
I don't know, but you brought up the topic of fanworks, and I think Lullaby for a Princess was pretty good, so.
Yeah.
Thank greatness.
Alright, I think we've kind of, ranted on enough about basically like
the analysis situation. Yeah.
But then again, I'm not expecting to become like the biggest name in the whole community like overnight or like in the long run. I mean, I don't think even if we were, that's an even possible reality. If that somehow turns out to be, that would be great and all. But at this point, I just kind of want like some recognition at least, like, or at least if people don't think our stuff's good, well, then again, we're new to this sort of thing. It's not like we spend our whole lives doing this sort of thing. It's just we just want to try to get trying to get into it and see where we can go with such a thing.
Oh.
But on the plus side is that when you're not doing anything, you end up doing some sort of fun things. Basically, like when you got nothing to do, sometimes you just force yourself to do something. Like last weekend, if you're not very aware, like I went to railroad park with my mom. Just for fun. And as a young kid, like I love going to that railroad park because, well, it's fun because, well, trains. But sadly, I'm kind of, the weird thing about me liking trains is basically, I'm a rail fan in case you're not aware, but, like, I'm a guy who, yes, legit likes trains. Bring up the ASDF joke and I'll just glare at you, even if you're just joking. But yeah, it was nice to be there because I remember going there when I was younger and stuff. It's just after being away from it for so long, like having gone to it in years, basically being able to revisit that place after so long, it just brings back so much fun memories and just reminds me of just like a younger and simpler time where basically I could just care less about sort of things. Yeah, that's the thing about growing up. Basically, when you're a kid, all you're just concerned about is just basically what sort of thing you're just gonna do tomorrow. But like with adulthood, I've come to realize it's basically like it feels like every day is like critical, especially if you're just starting off as a young adult trying to eventually live off on his own. And of course, that's not really a concern of yours right now, Mikey. But then again, trust me, you're gonna get to that point after a year of college, or sometime later, because you're gonna start to realize, oh great, I have to grow up soon. Are you afraid of growing up?
I have been for the last forever, so yes. Like, I've just been feeling old forever.
Well, I'm really starting to feel it now, and I don't know.
Isn't it fun?
No.
Dang it.
Well, but then again, like that railroad park I mentioned, there's actually one not too far from here. It's like it's pretty much on the other side of town from where we live, and it's a pretty bustling place. A lot of fun things to do and see there, even though it's all train themed. But it just reminds me of a simpler and happier time. So it's not that all bad. And also, which leads us to another thing, basically, like, kind of like how you like watch old movies, kind of like watch something from a long time ago and rediscover it when you're like older.
Yeah.
Like Disney movies, for example.
I know where you're going with this. So yeah, we watched Tarzan recently, and lately I've pretty much just been on a kick of rewatching old movies to see if they still hold up today. Yes, Tarzan does.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Tarzan. Let's talk about Disney's Tarzan. I mean, that was a movie we had a very interesting relationship with as little kids. I remember watching it a lot, and of course, most notoriously amongst our relatives and ourselves, listening to the soundtrack all the freaking time.
Yeah. Like people rip on Phil Collins for being Phil Collins, but I legitimately like Phil Collins, so
Yeah, same here. I got no problem with the guy over his work. And of course, it doesn't have you. Probably also got famous people who like much instigate, like they'll, Phil Collins. Oh, shut up, dog walker. Does anyone really care? I don't care. Okay, maybe some people care, but guess what? I don't care. But then again, that's just his opinion. Yeah, Tarzan. I kind of, it was kind of funny to actually go back to that movie, after so long.
yeah. Like the thing with me is that I didn't really have a favorite Disney movie for the longest time. Well, just favorite movie in general, actually. And it was basically like, no.
Shut up, Plankton.
Plankton, shut up. This is... Yeah, so... It was really just weird, because I hadn't really called a Disney movie my favorite. But, like I eventually decided, you know what? I like Mulan. I like Mulan. I almost said Muladin.
Muladin? What's Muladin? Is that a crossover between Mulan and Aladdin?
Make it happen.
No. Disney's too busy trying to market the heck out of Frozen right now. I'll say this. I don't think Frozen's a terrible movie. Overrated, yeah, but terrible? No, it's not terrible. It's just overrated a little too much for its own good. But unfortunately, people get the impression that basically, if anything is overrated, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's a thing nowadays. It's basically like, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Put me on topic, please.
Right, we're still talking about Tarzan.
Yeah. So we watched so anyways, to make a long story hopefully shorter, we watched Tarzan, and
we're sort of having this like marathon watching old Disney and Pixar movies.
Yeah, we're starting that. Kind of.
We're gonna end on watching the old Fantasia.
Yeah.
Because why not? Next film on our viewing list is A Bug's Life, and okay, I like Bug's Life enough, but I don't view it in a high regard as like other Pixar films. I love the Toy Story films and The Incredibles, and I also really get a kick out of Up and sort of Wall-E. Ratatouille's okay, I guess, and I surprisingly like Cars enough.
Yeah. But
Finding Nemo, I'm not very fond of.
Why don't you like Finding Nemo?
It just never really appealed to me.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like the whole everyone likes Frozen. Well, I really don't, and I really don't get it. I can see where people are coming from when I Finding Nemo. It's just I've never really been fond of Finding Nemo, even as a little kid. I'm just like, it's a thing people like, but I don't really like it as much.
Yeah. And Tarzan, I wasn't alright, so like, speaking of stuff that we liked and didn't like, I was not expecting to like Tarzan nearly as much as I did watching it again. Yay, I did the thing.
Kapow!
Yeah, cause Mulan for a while was probably the only movie I could really call my favorite movie, like, even of all time, possibly. But, like, maybe Gravity also. It was probably between Mulan and Gravity, really. But suddenly Tarzan just comes out of nowhere, and for some reason, I just really liked Tarzan.
Hello, boys.
Dennis.
Your worst nightmare.
A big pile of broccoli?
Name's Dennis. I was hired to kill you.
Look, buddy, I hate to burst your bubble, but you're talking to two men here. We don't have time for these silly games. So if you could just step aside.
Don't worry, buddy.
That's not an outgoing voice of Dennis, is it?
I don't think so. But it's still a pretty fun boss fight, though. So, anyways, no.
Oh yeah, I kind of like how this boss is actually designed. I actually just realized something. Basically, it works two ways. Basically, you're reflecting projectiles. It's designed for like both ways. Basically, the projectile reflection, or basically if you don't have that for some reason, you can just huck through at them.
Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty competent for a movie license game.
Yeah. But, like, back on the Tarzan topic, pretty much everything about Tarzan I liked. I can't think of a single thing about Tarzan that...
Even the comic relief and the bad guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you ruined me, by the way.
Really ruined you.
Like the comic relief character. I had no idea she was a girl.
You had no idea.
I had no idea.
I found that out a while ago. You couldn't even tell that she had something feminine about her? Was she really just that too butch for you?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, Turk is a pretty tomboyish character anyway.
Yeah. What?
But you never got the impression.
Yeah, I honestly really never knew.
Well, then again, you kind of don't really expect that because, well, it's probably because, yeah. Well, then again, I don't know how to explain it.
I think it's basically Tarzan's a dude, so obviously
Yeah, his closest friends would naturally
would be a dude. Yeah. But for some reason, I just thought that Turk was a guy, but I guess not, apparently.
Oh, look who's here to mess with us. Oh, careful.
Don't eat my food.
Sorry about that. That was just one of our dogs, Ruby, just snooping around. Also, I don't get why Dennis is using SpongeBob as a club and how SpongeBob's taking that much abuse, but
Because
am I gonna really debate the logic of it?
Don't.
Yeah, but where are those random dog things coming from? Seriously, you're getting wrecked with this boss.
Yeah.
The first one was a cakewalk, and this one's hurting you.
I just need to concentrate. He's concentrating very hard.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, there's a funny thing, basically, like how people complain about the whole dance on the distress stuff, basically how it just portrays women in a negative light and stuff.
Yeah, but
then you have Jane, all characters
who is very believable as a damsel in distress.
Well, maybe it's because she's actually pretty compelling as a character, despite the fact she tends to get into trouble.
She has personality other than being damsel in distress.
And I'm surprised you don't hate her now because of your growing disdain of people with British accents. Oh wait, no, it's not because you hate British people.
It's because
one of your pet peeves is basically applying like some sort of British accent, basically to make a character seem much more intelligent than they really are. Or
Transformers 3. Transformers 3 is the worst offender of that. And I will stand by it that is the worst flaw of the movie.
Well, really, you're comparing a character from Bayformers to a Disney character. That's not really saying much, but eh. Oh well.
Yeah, so I love Jane as a character. She's probably my favorite character in the entire movie. She's just
What was she?
I don't really know how to accurately describe her, but like she just works so well as a character.
Maybe it's because she's very well. She's pretty much like very wide-eyed. Like she's a very curious character and fascinated with like the strange and unusual. Despite the fact she's not really capable of fending off her herself, and of course, not to mention she's a very rational voice of reason. I'll admit, basically like dealing with her kind of kooky father and Clayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with. I'm gonna actually disagree with Doug Walker as well. Sure, Clayton's a greedy jerk, but he's actually pretty handy with. He's actually pretty handy with his theatrics, especially that one scene where basically Clayton and Tarzan are interacting with each other.
Yeah, if there's one thing that Tarzan also does really well, it's character interactions. Like,
well, basically playing off with the ape culture and of course the humans, like other people.
This bigger boot saved our lives.
Oh yeah, it is.
Thank you, stranger.
Bigger boot.
It's the Cyclops! Run!
And so,
Cyclops.
and Patrick escaped the clutches of the mad, murderous Dennis, only to be captured by the even more hideous Cyclops.
It's you now.
They passed out, awakening in a dreamy, goopy goober wonderland.
I don't remember this happening.
Hey, it's the Goofy Goober. Patrick, there's the Goofy Goober himself.
Oh boy.
As I was
Alright, we'll just cutscene finish and then we'll go back to basically Tarzan.
allowing nothing to distract.
Well, we can also stop the part after this.
I guess.
It's just a dream. Don't waste your time. Go ahead.
I like how the narrator's trying to talk sense into him, and he's like, screw it.
There's a time and place where you should be taking things too seriously, and when you shouldn't be taking things too seriously.
Only Goofy Goober knows the way out of Gooberland, the sea bottom's nuttiest place.
Oh yeah, this level's pretty obnoxious.
Oh, right. Yeah. Find out what kind of drugs SpongeBob and Patrick are taking to dream up something like this.
Guys, Goofy Goober knows the way out of the amusement park. Follow Goofy Goober and don't lose him.
Don't worry, Mindy. There is no
There he
chance
goes.
of him getting away from us.
He is getting away, you morons!
If he gets too far away from you, you'll have to start again.
Which means you gotta keep up with him. Alright, pause. Okay. We'll talk more about Tarzan next part. During a SpongeBob Let's Play. I don't get it. Whatever. We're continuing.